Wisteria, energy, twister.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the last part of Haunted Places of Yorkshire. We're still in East Yorkshire, but it is the last part in the series. There is no more after these ones. So we're heading over to Market Weighton. It's the half moon in Market Weighton. In 1993, Mr. W.T. Nobby Clark attended a mini reunion of ex-army buddies at the half moon in Market Weighton, run by his friend George. Shortly after midnight, 5 or 6 of the group were still standing in the bar in a circle, pint pots in hand, when, for some reason, Nobby turned half round and noticed a very healthy-looking, country-type gent sitting on the seat that ran along the back wall. "Evening," said Nobby, to which the man raised his glass and smiled, but did not speak. When Nobby turned back to the lads, they were looking at him very strangely. "How long has he been there?" he asked. His friends had not seen the man, and naturally, Nobby was subjected to the usual ridicule. George, however, who was clearing up behind the bar, was able to set his mind at rest. He called his wife, Marlene, who confirmed that she had noticed this chap on the seat on the back wall on a number of occasions, and yet no one else had. Or no one else ever would, but they haven't sort of spoke up about it if they had. So if people did see him, they would stay quiet most of the time. So we're going to Watton now, or Watton, which is Watton Abbey. It is Watton because it's Watton. However, you will get some people say, no, it's not Watton, it's Watton. But if it were Watton, it would be W-O. So it is actually Watton. In June 1956, the 7 workmen had been contracted to help with the 3-day sale of the furniture and fittings at Watton Abbey. As the owner had sold the property at last, finally, after 30 years of residency, the team were required to camp down on the ground floor of the Abbey at night, ready for the next day's auction. They were horrified to hear the tolling of the Abbey's bell echoing through the ancient walls. But what scared them the most was that they knew the bell itself had been removed from the tower many years ago. Grabbing their bedding, they rushed from the Abbey. One of the men was so afraid that he actually dived headfirst through a window, injuring himself as he fell into the garden. The foreman took his shotgun and fired the double barrel skyward, upon which the tolling of the bell ceased immediately. The work team, unsurprisingly, then insisted on spending the rest of the night in the marquee on the lawn, which had been erected for the auctioning, all too soon the following morning. Now, I'm not sure it's meant to say in this sentence that I said at I am, but it says at I am. I think it means as I am, they were horrified to hear the tolling of the Abbey's bells. But for some reason it says at I am, which does not make any sense to me at all. Just being honest. It doesn't. But that is the end of Haunted Places of Yorkshire. And it's by Andy Owens did the writings of this, and there's many more, many different places. This is just Yorkshire in general, and because I live in Yorkshire, it's something I wanted to read as well. I was interested in it, although I do admit there's a few places missing on it. Well, a few. There's quite a lot of places missing in this book that I think deserve a mention. There's You know, there's Wentworth, for example. That's pretty haunted. Most places actually in England are haunted. It has a lot of history and a lot of tales, especially folk tales. But with folk tales, you find there is some truth behind it, definitely. So that's the end of Haunted Places of Yorkshire. Thank you for joining me on the journey. I appreciate it. And many blessings.
Wisteria. Energy. Twister.